Okay, welcome back to the briefing. Okay, so now we're going to look at paper three, that is the speaking. Okay, speaking skill. All right, okay, this one we cannot. I will not be able to tell you into detail. Okay, because this one need us to be to show you a video. Okay, that we will do um, when we are having face to face lesson. Okay, inshallah in 2 3 weeks time. Okay, so this is actually the questions, right? This is for the interlocutor. Okay, for your information, all right, the interlocutor, it is similar like your PT3. The interlocutor will be your own teacher. Okay, your own teacher that is teaching you English in school. But okay, this time around there will be what you call that, someone from outside. Okay, outside of our school, who will be the assistant. Okay, who will sit at the back and do the assessment. Okay, that particular person, the outsider, will have they will do the 3/4 of the total marks. Okay, whereby the interlocutor or your own teacher will only give 1/4 um of the marks. Okay, so this time around you have to be very careful. Okay, because outsiders will come. Okay, teachers from other schools will come and assess you. Okay, not unlike the PT3, both teachers are from the same from our school. So both teachers is familiar to you. Both of them are familiar to you, but this time around, okay, one of it will be um, outsiders. Okay, so okay, look at the format. Okay, actually, they will have altogether three phases. Three phases. Okay, two parts. Okay, sorry, two parts. Two parts. Part one, they have two phase. All right. Phase one is actually when when the interlocutor um, asking you questions that are very light. Okay, something not is very heavy, something just about your name. Okay, where do you live? Okay, this kind of thing. Okay, in PT3 this is not being assessed, but in SPM this will be assessed as well, right? So once you open your mouth, okay, once you answer the question, okay, the assessment begins. Okay, so that means that you cannot playing around with your answer. Okay, so you must use proper language. Okay, you must be able to answer the question well, even though the question asking ask your name. Okay, for example, what is your name? Okay, you may say my name is, but the best one if you say I am Kamaru Zairi. Okay, that is a way of answering the question lah. Okay, all right. So that is phase one. Okay, the interlocutor will ask both candidates, right? Um, Not the same question, but more or less the same question. Okay, then okay, phase two. Okay, phase two for part one is going to be the interlocutor will ask you about something that is in your daily routine. Okay, what do you do? Okay, what do you do in school? Okay, example is here lah. Okay, what do you normally do after you wake up? Okay, What do you usually do after coming back from school? Okay, this kind of questions. All right. Okay, so okay, they will ask the interlocutor will ask you two questions, right, for the candidate A and two questions for candidate B, right? Okay, and then okay, that is the end of the part one. Okay, part two. Okay, this is the more something that is more uh, much difficult lah, much more difficult. Alright. Okay, so okay. Okay, for example here, okay, in this part of the test, I'm going to give you each topic that I like you to talk about on your, okay, this one, okay, all right. It's your turn first. Candidate A, it's your turn first. Here's your task. Okay, you will be given a piece of paper, a booklet, okay, whereby that is your question for part A, part 2, okay, for part 2, okay, and then you look at the question and then you prepare. You will be given about 20 seconds to think about, right? To think what you want to say. All right. So the interlocutor will say, okay, you may start now. So once you start, you will be given around 1 minute. Okay. Candidate B, you cannot keep quiet. Okay. You have to focus on what your friend is saying because there will be a question asked to you after the candidate A has given his or her opinion. Okay, so then after candidate A has done, okay, so interlocutor will ask candidate B, okay, a question that is related to what the candidate A has said. Okay, the topic that the candidate A has discussed, right, or has given his or her opinion. Okay, so okay, all right. Now, okay, that's one is okay. Candidate B question, right? So candidate B parts after that, right? So candidate B will be given another 20 seconds. Okay, but the situation or the theme will not be the same lah, right? As candidate A, right? So when candidate B is presenting, candidate A cannot be daydreaming because uh, after candidate B has finished giving his or her opinion, okay, question will be asked to candidate A to answer. Okay, all right. Um, right. Then that is the end of part 2. Okay. Then we move on to part 3. Okay. Part 3 is a discussion. Okay. Discussion between the two of you. Okay. This is what is a bit different from your previous PT3. In your previous PT3, you are required to read. Okay, but this time around, no reading, but discussion. Okay, you are given a situation. Okay, whereby you have to okay, you will be given okay, a situation to talk on. Okay, and 20 seconds to prepare. Okay, and then okay, um you can after that, okay, you will be given 2 minutes, okay, to discuss, okay, on what you are supposed to talk about. Okay, later I will show you the question. All right. Okay, so um, then you have to come out with the um, okay, this one. Okay, you have to come out with the with a decision or conclusion, okay, of what you talk about, right? Okay, okay, and then um okay, And then last one, okay, the interlocutor will ask your opinion, okay, ask your opinion about the theme given, okay, all right. Then that's the end of the test. All right, so take a look at this. Okay, this is the example. Okay, a family celebration. Okay, this is the question. Okay, this is for part two. Okay, part two, the individual presentation. Okay, for candidate A, and then this one is for candidate B. Okay, a person you admire. Okay, the first for candidate A just now is asking about family celebration. Okay, candidate B about a person you admire. All right, and okay, then part three. Okay, part three you are given. Okay, it's like this. What do people shop online? Okay, so you choose uh, which one is the thing that most people shop online. Okay, you decide. Okay, so okay, that is the end of the um, your speaking paper, all right, or paper 3. Okay, straight away we move on to uh, section of paper 4. Okay, so paper 4 is listening. Okay, so listening, we have as I have mentioned, they have if I'm not mistaken, four parts, if you're not mistaken, 4 parts altogether. All right, but it's okay. Later on, we will uh, we will see. Okay, all right. So section or part one. Okay, you will be listening to the a given text. Okay, a given it could be a discussion, it could be a conversation, it could be something. All right. Okay, but you just be given, okay, this question, okay, earlier. You read the question, okay, and then you listen to the audio, and then you answer the question. Then after that, the question, the audio or the conversation will be played again. Okay, the first time you read through, okay, you can answer. The second time when the recording is played, okay, you just check your answer. Or if you cannot answer the first round, you get your answer in the second play. Okay, all right. So okay, 7 questions after that. All right, then um, part two. Okay, another recording. All right, uh, and it is the same. Okay, it is the same like part one. Okay, but only part two normally is about. It is on a conversation. Okay, a conversation between two people. Okay, the first part one is normally on statement, just giving a statement or just like reading a passage. Okay, all right, that is part two. Okay, part three. Okay, this one is a bit different. Okay, so you have to, okay, um, okay, determine, okay, who said what, okay, and um, okay, yeah, and you have to match it. All right. So okay. This one is a bit challenging if you are not focusing on the uh, explanation. Okay. So here is talking lah, conversation. Okay. So make sure that you listen attentively to what is being said in order to identify who said what. Okay, for part 3. Okay, all right, and Okay, part 4. Okay, this is another thing challenging. Okay, because this one need you to listen attentively to what is said, and another one is the spelling. Okay, you must spell it, okay, correctly. Okay, I'm not so sure how it's going to be assessed um, this time around, but if we base on PT3, okay, if your spelling is a little bit incorrect, I mean, something that is, you come out with an error, minor error, your answer will be still be accepted. But for SPM, I'm not so sure. Okay, most probably they are going to be quite strict with the spelling, especially on words that you are familiar with. Okay, this needs you to be very, very focused. Okay, you cannot, don't think that this is the same as in PT3 before. Okay, so as I have mentioned, okay, PT3 is of a lower level, okay, but SPM is of much higher level. Okay, so you have to make sure that, okay, you listen attentively, you listen carefully, and then make sure that you write it down, and then when the audio is played for another round, check your answer, make sure that you got your answer and the spelling is correct. Okay, so okay, all together, right, we are done with these the 4 papers. Okay, so I hope this explanation give you a clearer picture about your um, SPM that you are going to sit by the end of the year. Okay, this should be revealed to you last year, but unfortunately, because of the PKP and all, we are not able to deliver to you in detail. Right? Today I give you in detail, and perhaps it is clearer, but inshallah, okay. When we go back to school, okay, when we have this face-to-face lesson, okay, we are going to go more detail about this, right? So basically now you could see what is the SPM 2021 will looks like, okay. So you cannot use the your brothers or sisters book anymore, okay. You are facing a totally new uh, type of exam, whereby, okay, as I said, okay, all 4 skills will be assessed equally, right? So that means you have to be you know you have to work, okay, um, on the 4 skills, not only 1 or 2 skills, because they are weightage, okay, equally, right? So all are important. Okay, so I think that is all for my explanation. Okay, if you have any question, you may ask it in the WhatsApp. Okay, before I forgot, okay, you may watch this, okay, and inshallah I will give you the exercise, okay, to do, um, maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow, okay. Uh, I will give you the question for you to do, okay. So I think that is all for today. Thank you very much. See you all next time, inshallah. Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.